It's a tale as old as the hobby itself. You're scrolling through eBay looking for new singles to buy and you stumble across a 1985 Cal Ripken error card. Now you start wondering to yourself, what is an error card? Is this really an error card? It looks a little bit different than the rest of the cards you've been seeing, but is it truly worth that $500 that Dragon Slayer 67 has it listed at? Well, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at different error cards and seeing what they are, if they're real, and how much they're worth. This is Sports Card Talk, and I'm Garon. Welcome to episode 1, Error Cards. So, what is an error card? Well, by definition, an error card is any card that has a mistake in the production of the card, and that mistake makes it past production, in which in post-production it is recalled and remade. So a fairly common example of an error card would be something like this Mike Stenhouse rookie card from 1984 Donruss. As you can see, it looks pretty normal until you flip it on the back and there's no number. Another common error is misspelling of names. As we can see in this Alan Trammell card from 1982 Donruss, Trammell is supposed to have 2 L's, but on the front there's only 1. So these are some of the more common cards or common errors you will see in sports cards. This Alan Secord is actually a funny story about it. So Al Secord is his name, and that's what he prefers to go by, but ProSet decided to go with Alan Secord, and that made him fairly upset, so he decided to raise a storm with ProSet and got it changed. Ray Bork, another misspelling of the name. As you can see on the back, it's misspelled. The Lester Patrick Trophy card from ProSet has no number on it. And this Dean Evason is actually a picture error, in which something in the picture is wrong and gets recalled in second coming of the set. So in this original card, it may be a little bit hard to see, but on his crest there are drops of blood, and in the remaking of the set, ProSet decided to blur those drops of blood off. And there are actually multiple variants of this card, whether it's partially blocked out and then fully blocked out. This is actually the fully on variation. So, these are some common examples of error cards. So, what is a non-error card, you may ask? Well, here we have a rookie Harold Baines from 1981 Topps, and this is actually a very common occurrence to see on eBay, is something like this card listed as an error card when it is not. So as you can see on the back, the margins of centering are very off. It's very left heavy on this back side. So some people will label that as a miscut error, when in reality it's truly not. An example of a true miscut error comes from this Dave Roberts. As you can see on the front, there's a completely different card on the side here. This is the beginning of a different card. So this is a true miscut card. And on the back you can see where there are parts of other cards coming in to this card. So this is a true miscut error, while this may be labeled a miscut error on eBay, while it's truly not. Here's another example of an image error from 1990 Donruss. Now you may look at these two cards and think, okay, there's nothing too strange about them, they're just two different cards. Well, that's until you realize they're both John Smoltz. Both of these cards had the same exact back, but on the front, only one of these cards is truly John Smoltz. It's this card. This is Tom Levine, a different pitcher for the Braves at the time. So what happened was they miscommunicated during production, and Tom Levine's picture ended up on a John Smoltz card and had to be recalled and reissued. Now, another example of a card that's not necessarily an error, but could be labeled as one, is the 1990 Hoops Mark Jackson. And you may look at this card and think, oh, there's nothing too special about it. It's just Mark Jackson, a guy who would go on to be a veteran point guard, is a commentator now. But actually, in the back, you can see the Menendez brothers, who, if you're a true crime fan, you know who the Menendez brothers are. And if not, I suggest you go look them up and listen to their story. It's very interesting. But they had courtside tickets to this game, and it got captured on this picture. So some people may label this card as an error card, but in reality, it's just a novelty card. There was really no true error behind it. It never got recalled. It never got reissued. Nothing like that. It's just a novelty card. But we do have one of, if not the biggest error card in all of sports. So as you can see, this is Bill Ripken from 1989 Fleer, the infamous 616 Bill Ripken. And you may look at this and think, well, there's nothing too crazy about that. Well, as you can see, the knob of his bat is blacked out in this picture. Well, why is that? Well, that's because the original Bill Ripken 616 has some not so pleasant writings on the knob. This is actually the infamous F-face error. So now that we've shown you what these error cards are and how to look for them and how to look for what aren't error cards and how to stay safe from them, one may ask, well, what do these errors really do to my card's value? I mean, should I still be paying a whole lot of money for them? And for that I say, it depends. Some error cards are worth more than others. Like this Alce Accord card. This Alce Accord really only goes up from $1 to about $5. And this Patrick Trophy card, where it has no number on it, it really only goes up about $2 in value right now. And then we have some cards like the Dave Roberts. While this isn't like a very well-known error, it's kind of a base-by-base error. So this is kind of in the eye of the beholder on what the value is and how much it's truly worth, and who's to say how much you can get from it. I mean, if someone's a Dave Roberts fan and they love error cards, they may be willing to pay about $30 for it. And if someone's not a Dave Roberts fan, they like error cards, they may be willing to pay about $10. So it's really up to the buyer and the seller both. Now, a card that has an example of super going up in value with its error is the F-face card. As I said before, this is one of the most popular and well-known errors in all of sports card history. And we have an increase from the censored version of about $3.50 right now to $65 ungraded. Yeah, it really goes up that much in value. And graded, this card is going for currently $850 in a PSA 10. So error cards could only be about $1 or $2 more, or they could literally be game changing. It all depends on the error card and how well it's known and really what the error is. If it's just a miscut card, it could be worth $5 more. If it's a card that has a profanity on it, I mean, it could be worth $600 more. Who's really to say? But that's all I have for you guys today, and I hope you join me for the next episode of Sports Card Talk. See you guys.